All right, we're alive. Palpatine's about to choke to death after, fucking knife happy just came up with the most ingenious thing in the whole wide world. What is going on, guys? It is the Trashy Tuesday podcast. I'm back from the hospital. Yay! Fucking hell. Fucking hell, man. I never want to go back to that fucking place again. It's like I fucking just left that joint.
Is Johnny a hipster?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got my hipster glasses on.
Loser.
That's not even a real beard, is it?
That's not even a real headset.
Your name's not Johnny, is it?
It's not even a green screen. It's a green wall. Optic fanboy.
Optic fanboy. So we got Young Jay, 2525 here. We got
What's good?
We got Papa Palpatine, fucking Johnny White Trash, fucking Knife Happy, Cobra Stang, and Dirty Dan, or Atreyu.
Yo.
The artist formerly known as Atreyu.
The artist. Yeah, I'm a starving artist.
The squiggly
you're going like never-ending story. I'd be like, you still trying to get over that drowned horse?
Was it quicksand or was it just mud? I couldn't even tell.
It was like mud.
It was like
It was
mud,
like mud and quicksand and everything else and tar and.
It was like a tar pit kind of thing, yeah.
Just say his name. Just say her name. Hello. And then they made a second one, which was like absolutely terrible.
No, part 3 was the.
They made a
worst.
third one. Oh God, did it go directly?
Part
to
3 was
DVD?
the one where he was in the attic of the library, right?
No, that's
No,
part
part
one.
3, which was the one that had Jonathan Brandis? Is that part 3 or is that part 2?
Two.
That's part 2.
Part 2. Part 3 had the kid from Free Willy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Google.
He's dead.
IMDb.
No,
Yeah, Jonathan
Googling.
Brandis is a suicide.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Jonathan Brandis is the one that died in part 2.
I
Well,
just
he
saw
did die in
Oh.
part 2, but...
He did
He
die
died in
in
part 2.
I wasn't talking
No,
about
no, no.
part 2.
That probably
He's dead in real life.
contributed to him
know
jumping
he died in
off
real
of the
life.
chair, but he didn't die.
sweet.
Which is funny because I just watched, I watched that and Sidekicks.
I saw
Oh,
it.
Sidekicks.
I saw the
freaking
like
awesome,
on
dude.
Sidekicks, yeah.
Yeah, because I was just like, man, people on YouTube, I love you. Full movies. What did I watch? I watched Sidekicks, In the Army Now.
Oh gosh, such a great movie. I love
They look
it.
at sidekicks. They're like, we could flag for
Son-in-law.
copyright, but it's sidekicks. They're like, fuck.
Son-in-law.
You got a Pauly Shore fucking kid? dude?
I went through a Pauly Shore. Once I saw,
Buddy.
Oh, buddy.
I sat there and watched all of Biodome,
All right, that's a classic though. That's a great one.
and I couldn't find somebody who had Encino Man, so I had to just pop it in.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a great fucking movie. I remember they were gonna come out with a second one, and they never fucking did.
That's because all his hair started falling out. So they're just like,
I'm not a huge fan of Pauly Shore. I don't know why I went.
Brendan Fraser, just let it go, dude. You're bald. Just accept it. Go Bruce Willis, man. Fucking shave it off.
Just shave it off. I've realized, like, if I
movie.
ever do go bald, I'm just shaving it off.
We've seen
what
you
I do.
bald, dude.
Because
Yeah.
I got bald.
You got the face for it. Like, it
Yeah,
works.
I got the fat face for it, and
You
fucking.
see-
No, it's like your face. It's not how big your head is or nothing. Like, I shaved my head and I was like, all right, I can work with this. All right.
See, I would like to pull off the Picard, but I'm not British.
And you're not white.
And yeah, a brown Picard.
Is
Sir,
Johnny keep getting
Patrick
muted?
Stewart?
That's because he keeps like typing stuff.
Who, me?
No, Johnny. Everyone has a little muted sign over his face.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not muted.
He's become too
I
loud.
can hear
that
him,
Google
but
mutes him.
there's a mute sign over him.
Yeah, like it's like
Yeah,
when you stop
fucking-
talking, it's muted. Oh.
Hang on,
I know he
so
took the
fucking
glasses off. It should let him.
Makes sense.
Hey, Google Glass is like copyrighted. You can't
You
even
see,
wear glasses.
When
you-
he
Oh,
starts
yeah.
talking, it disappears.
Yeah.
When he stops talking, it pops back up.
Something's wrong with her in White Trash Studios and stuff. I don't know.
It's because he's got that green wall.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Optics.
yeah.
I think Optics suing him for copyright.
Optics trolling.
Everybody's suing me. Joke's on them. I ain't got no fucking money.
I don't know about you, but you got like brown on you.
Brown on me.
Yeah,
heard that before.
you're red all mega faded.
Huh?
Your beard looks like dark brown now.
Yeah, it looks like a dark brown.
It looks
Which
like
is
I
funny
grabbed.
because in real life, it is bright fucking red now.
In real life.
In real
life.
The aura is red. It's like an aura of red, a center of brown. It's like post.
What about now?
There you go.
It's all good, Hagrid. It's all good.
I like the light though.
Whose ginger pubes did you paste all over your face?
Oh God.
He murdered Ronald
Cut and
McDonald.
He went over to fucking Red's house and was like, "Come here, Snip."
What the fuck is going on here?
So I posted a thing for people doing like, if they want to do donations and shit for the live stream, and I got so many messages like, "That's not due today, is it?" I'm like, "No, it's for the
Did I
podcast."
fail that class?
It's not a homework project.
Yeah,
I'm
more
like-
questions and answers.
I'm like,
man.
"What the hell?" I'm like, "No, guys." I'm like, "This is for the July 19th when we do the fucking Smash Back at Cancer podcast." And they're like, "Oh."
You're like, the what? Nah.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm allowed to drink vitamin water. It's got no sodium in it. I have to have a low sodium, low fat diet now. They found out
Sounds
that
terrible.
actually it's not that bad. I could care less.
Yeah.
But, I drink vitamin water all the fucking time, so it don't bother me not to drink regular water as well. So, but the biggest issue is like if my sodium levels get too fucking high, that's when I retain the water, like the water weight, and that's when it just does not go anywhere. Of course, this place was a genius. The first night I'm there, they give me Lasix, and in case anybody was wondering what that is, it's a diuretic. It causes you to pee a lot, and they gave it to me intravenously through the IV, which means you will go to the bathroom for like 6 to 7 hours straight of just taking a leak.
What's that to go lightly stuff?
No, you'll take a leak. You're not gonna fucking shit yourself.
Oh, that's the name of the brand.
No, go lightly is actually for something else, but no, it's just called Lasix. And what happened was I fell asleep, and all of a sudden I woke up with a full fucking bladder, and I'm connected to the fucking machine because I got the IV in me, and it's plugged into the wall. So I'm like, all right, walk, ting. I'm like, what the fuck? The fucking I almost ripped the fucking IV out of my arm because I'm not even fucking thinking. The fucking thing is stuck. I rip it out of the fucking wall. Yeah, let's just say I didn't make it to the fucking toilet. I pissed all over the fucking floor and into the drain. That was in the bathroom floor in the hospital. I'm like, fuck it. Fucking hit the emergency button. I'm like, I just pissed all over your floor because you guys thought it was a genius idea to give me fucking diuretics at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock and I just pissed my weight out.
Isn't there a sink right there, like right next to your bed?
No, unfortunately, there's no, God, no. Dude, if there was, I'd be happy as hell. I would have just pissed in the sink.
Yeah, that's what I said. I would have just peed in the sink.
No, dude, no. In my room, like, the way it's set up is you have the fucking hospital bed, and then you have the bedroom. And then in the bedroom, there is the shower, there's the toilet with the oh shit handle, and then you have the fucking sink. And then in the middle of the floor is a drain. So, like, whenever they mop the floor, it just drains right down that. So instead of, like, being able to make it to the toilet, dude, I just fucking pissed right into the fucking drain. I was like, fuck it.
I thought it would be different from our hospitals down here. We have a little room for just a toilet and the shower, and then the sink's like right there, so anyway, because you want to wash your hands, like just get.
Oh god, I wish, dude. No, because they have the fucking hand sanitizers everywhere in the fucking hospital room. So like the nurse was like, "What happened?" I'm like, "You guys give me Lasix at like 12 o'clock at night," and she's like, "Okay." I'm like, which is a bad idea because I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And she's like, okay. I'm like, I woke up with a full bladder, and you guys plugged me in, and the fucking thing is plugged into the wall. I was like, I must rip my IV out of my fucking arm because you guys didn't tell me anything. You just connect me and I pass out because you overload me on fucking medicine. And she's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. Like, I was like, I just pissed all over the floor. I was like, so just give me a fucking, and their hot water there, dude, holy shit. I was like, just give me a jug and I fucking pour it on the fucking floor, and there we go. And instead, they call the fucking janitorial fucking team to come in and mop the fucking bathroom. I'm like, I gotta pee again. You almost done? So they hand me a
just
fucking.
pee in the bucket? Or...
Wait, can't they just throw water on it?
Yeah, that's all they had to do. But instead, they figured they'd do the fucking long way of shit. So they hand me the fucking urinal. I'm like, you might want to bring like 4 of these. And the lady's like, what do you mean? I'm like, once I go, I'm not stopping. And she's like, okay. So I filled 1, I filled 2, I filled 4 of those fucking things by the time the lady was fucking done.
Oh, damn.
I was like, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of my way so I can piss. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, you guys are going to be. I'm like, it sucks to be you. I'm gonna be pissing all over this damn fucking place. Might as well just give me a bed.
I know. Sucks to be you. I know. Sorry, little Prozac throwback. It's my wife's fault. She played the song yesterday. She's like, sucks to be you. I'm like, yeah, I know. And then she's like, just starts playing. So, sorry, little throwback to a shitty 90s song.
So, let's stay in the hot. And then, like, my second night there, dude, I got the white trash fucking CNA from hell. Like, you could tell she was like...
So you mean he's cool?
No, she...
Did he have a big red fucking...
Dude, she had, like, all 3 fucking teeth. Let's see. She, couldn't like, anytime she talked, she whistled. And he wasn't exactly the nicest. Like, she, like, threw my apple juice down on the fucking table. She's like, here's your apple juice. I was like, no need to be a bitch about it. And she's like, what the fuck did you say? I'm like, did I fucking stutter? And she just looked at me. I'm like, I'm not taking your bullshit. Not my fault that your job qualifies you to just wipe people's asses, and that's it. And she
that's when you say, bitch, don't fuck with my juice.
She got promoted. It used to be just bare hand wipe. Now
so I looked at her and I'm like, go get your fucking supervisor now. So I fucking hit the button. Supervisor comes down. They had to fucking, apparently I was like the 3rd person that day that she pissed off. So they fucking put her on, leave of absence.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, you dumb bitch. And then that night, my fucking nurse, I couldn't understand a single word because her fucking Oriental accent was so thick. I'm like, can you write it down for me, please? I don't mean to be rude. I can't understand you. I feel so bad. Like, I felt so bad. I'm like, I can't understand what you're saying. Can you please write this down so I can, know what they're fucking giving me? Because I'm not really one for, like, hey, let's make sure that, you're pumping something into my arm that I fucking don't want. And by the way, if you ever get potassium done through an IV, tell them to take it the fuck out and take the fucking liquid. Because, oh my god, dude, it literally felt like someone stuck a knife into the bone of my arm and was just dragging slowly up my arm. I was like, ow, that hurts. And she's like, okay. She's like turning it down, and finally, dude, like, it's completely down all the way. And I'm like, this burns so fucking bad, get it the fuck out of my arm. And she's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, we just assumed that because, you came in with stomach problems, that you couldn't, take the freaking liquid. I'm like, have you not thought about asking? I was like, that usually fucking helps. And the lady's like, I'm like, next time fucking ask, give me the goddamn liquid, thank you. I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, this isn't my first fucking rodeo here. I know what the fuck's going on. So finally, after that, they couldn't figure out, like, my pain problem, because I've been in, like, dire fucking pain, like, to the point where, like, if I could have cut out the tumor myself, I would have. That's how much pain I was in. And the one doctor's like, oh, it's from the cancer. I'm like, dude, this pain, if it was from the cancer, would have been here the whole time. I'm like, this is twice as fucking bad, so I don't know what's going on. So once they gave me the diuretic, it relieved some of the fucking pain. So then, it's still like, they give me, like, the Dilaudid every 3 hours, and then they give me fucking my Percocets every 4 hours. So if we time it right, at the 2 hour mark of the Percocets, I get Dilaudid. Well, nothing was fucking working, and it was enough to knock out a fucking mule. So finally,
Dilaudid?
Yeah,
Dilated?
No, Dilaudid, not dilated. Dilaudid.
What's Dilaudid again?
Dilaudid is like...
yeah, because I keep thinking dilate.
Dilaudid is like 100 times stronger than morphine.
Oh. Yeah, they give it to heroin addicts when they're coming off, right?
No, that's methadone.
Oh, methadone, Jesus. I am the most uneducated motherfucker when it comes to drugs.
But you're wearing a Doom shirt.
I was always just like, well, I had to wear the Doom shirt today.
So instead, the lady's like, we'll give you a fentanyl patch. I'm like, a what?
Huh?
It's a morphine patch.
Oh.
So they got... Yeah, dude, it's like a sticker. They fucking smack it onto my arm, and it's a 72-hour patch that gives low levels of, like, painkillers out. And then on top of everything else, for the first time in my life, I hit, like, a pain level of 5. I was like, dude, I could have ran around the hospital. I was like, holy shit. And the lady, like, I'm going for walks, and the lady's like, you okay? I'm like, this is great. And she's like, are you serious? She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I'm like, my pain scale's at a 5. And she's like, oh, that's not good. We wanted it at 0. I was like, have fun with that because it's never going to hit a 0.
And all I'm picturing right now is you, like, running and jumping over stuff in a hospital gown.
Dude.
I feel so alive!
No, that's
Parkour, damn it, parkour!
the one thing.
Parkour!
That is the one thing I don't wear. I wear my own shorts and a t-shirt. They know that I will not wear a fucking
Hospital gown.
Hell no.
Well, let's face it, when you're a professional patient, you kind of get to
Professional.
make your own rule. Like,
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Your whole story you're telling me is just
Johnny's
kinda
been
like,
adding professional in front of everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Anything.
I am a professional.
Ever since you accidentally added professional to Canadian.
I am a professional Canadian.
Oh, you're not getting the cooker.
I saw you eat a taco once.
It was a burrito.
I saw you eat a taco once.
It was an authentic Mexican burrito, just
Yeah.
like they make in Mexico.
He buys his syrup at the store.
My syrup comes in cans, motherfucker.
You can't grow your own from your backyard?
I don't have no trees.
Any trees?
He doesn't
Fuck.
freeze his own lake.
I have
he
my own
can
orange
ice
tree.
skate.
That shit's delicious.
Oh, dude, where I come from, you can fucking ice skate down the street in the winter, man.
Yeah, I've literally done that.
You can do it in the summertime too. But...
Yeah,
Oh
no.
no, we not where I live. We get warm in the summer here.
Yeah.
oh,
same
you're,
here.
okay. So you're further southern in Canada.
I'm a couple hours away from the border. I basically live in Montana,
Oh, gotcha.
which don't judge me.
How am I supposed to judge you? I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm trying to listen to the kid now. Oh, now he stopped talking.
No, he muted himself.
Oh,
Well, what you weren't here for is the kid, it might be the older one, saying that the little one wouldn't let him watch dragons.
that's bullshit. Wouldn't let him watch dragons. Fucking, I want to watch dragons. I don't know.
I don't know what dragons is.
It's dragons.
It could be anything.
No, it's fucking dragons.
It could be How to Tame Your Dragon. Could be
Yeah,
Dragon
they're
Tales.
it's dragons because they're getting like his part 2 comes out on Friday. So
Oh, so it is How to
they're
Tame Your
watching the show like that came out the Riders.
Oh, okay. That show is actually called Dragons. I forgot.
Duh.
Well, it's How to Train Your Dragon, but I think it's Dragons Riders of Berg or some shit.
Yeah, they changed it around.
Yeah, and then now it's Defenders of Berg because season 2. or
How to
some
Train
shit,
Your
so-
Dragon, was that the one with all the Scottish Vikings?
Yes.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Along with, what else
Even
was
though I'm
there?
sitting there the whole time going, Vikings weren't Scottish.
And now I know I can mute myself, so then you have to hear me yell at my kid because I'm just sitting here just like looking over like, all right, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
shut
it's
the fuck up."
it's
I
that
can't
little.
cover my mic because that fucked shit up apparently, so now I can mute myself, and then you have to see me go.
Yeah, because you could also mute your camera.
What? No, this is just a fucking Mac thing. I don't want to hook up the other camera or whatever. So
No, I meant like you could stop your camera. Like what do you do?
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you're going to stop your camera, don't pick the same face that Papa picked.
Yeah, really.
Oh, he has a smiley, happy, angry face.
What?
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
Johnny, back to Twitter.
Johnny back to Twitter. So then E3 happened this weekend, and I paid no attention to that whatsoever. I wanted to see Battlefront. That's all I really cared about.
Dude, the beta's already out for that game. I want my fucking
For
code.
PlayStation,
And
not
I-
for Xbox.
And I felt like I got screwed over when they showed the fucking whatever the hell they showed for Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, I'm thinking you're talking about Battlefield. Sorry.
No. He
Star
said,
Wars. I have no idea about those games. So.
Yeah,
he
no.
said Battlefront.
I said Battlefront, not Battlefield.
There is no beta.
Field front. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a beta for the Battlefield bullshit.
Now, I know the new Battlefield. I mean, now, keep in mind, I'll admit, I'm not a Battlefield player.
I'm not calling it new. I'm calling it piece of shit that, Frostbite and EA haven't fucking touched.
They popped it out pretty quick. That's what it seemed like.
Here's the
I
thing
think
I'm
they just
looking
did it on
at
the
is
side.
like
It's Payday 2.
it's cops and robbers, Payday 2, whatever you want to call it. But from the like 2 minutes worth of gameplay I've seen, what is really the difference between that and regular Battlefield other than the costumes?
It's Grand Theft Auto skinned.
Yeah,
Like, is it going to play any different, or is it going to play the
Well,
same?
it's going to play a
No,
little
play
bit
the
different. It'll probably play about the same. You just won't have better graphics because there's no frostbite on the engine whatsoever. It's fucking. It's not even done by fucking, it's done by EA, I guess, but not by DICE.
No, it's
I
not
don't know.
DICE. It's fucking the other one that does it.
Ubisoft or some shit like that. I don't know.
Ubisoft. Fuck.
I don't fucking know. Nor do I fucking care.
So are they attempting to go the Call of Duty route and have two different companies?
Dude,
I think
it's
it's
becoming
starting
an
to,
release.
it's starting to look like that, where they're gonna fucking do like Battlefield every 2 years, and some sort of stupid Battlefield freaking side game every year, like fucking Call of Duty.
Because
Yeah.
See,
'cause
Call
I
of
know
Duty should do that. They should come out with a game, spend like fucking 3 years on it, and in between, just keep coming out with fucking DLC for the last one that came out 3 years prior or whatever.
Well,
and then-
dude, you think about it, Battlefield 3, they did that.
yeah, they take their time on them, but I'm sorry, but like I'm a knifer or whatever, but because I suck
I know.
at shooting, and I've tried shooting on Battlefield,
I know.
and the maps are just huge, like too big to the point where I'm
see,
like, I don't get it. Like,
What you should have gone on, because unfortunately you were playing on Conquest with all of us. If you would have done like
gun game.
No, close
No,
I
quarters
did the
TDM.
Like-
TDM. I did the
yeah,
TDM.
if you did like close quarters TDM and shit, you probably would have been fine. But it's the fucking, when we did Conquest, where it's like, I'm running. An hour later, I'm still running. I've been
gotta
fucking
run again?
kicked off.
and then you get sniped off, and you have to start all. That was when I fell out of love with Battlefield 3. Was
I tried to recreate Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I remember that one, and then you got copyright strike for it, didn't you?
No, not that one. That was shotguns.
Oh, that was shotgun.
When I was literally just playing by myself, and the game was like that map. I don't know which one it was. It was just so long. I was like, I'm gonna recreate the Lord of the Rings. I'm running. I die. Episode 2. Da 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 da. Dead. Episode 3. Let's actually try to kill somebody.
It was funny because I'm like, all right, and then all of a sudden I remember right before I bought Battlefield 3, the game was out for like 2 years. They came out with the last DLC, finally. Now this Battlefield 4, it's like they're pumping out the DLCs like it's fucking nothing.
I am curious if, because somehow those camos that they released for Black Ops 2 still sell.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I'm
wondering
curious if they
More
released
people
a
are
map
playing
pack.
Black Ops 2 right now than Ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
See, now,
Like, how fucked up is that? Like,
I'm curious
I
if,
think-
if they release a zombie map or just a new map pack in general with the zombie game with a zombie map in it, it would go crazy.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the zombie standalone.
It's not gonna happen.
But
yeah. You know, the thing I don't like
Call
about
of
playing
Duty-
zombie games is like when you die, no matter how far you get, you start over. If they would have made that a completely separate game where you die and you respawn and blah blah, I would totally be down with that. But I get frustrated really easy, so it'd be like, I don't know, playing Call of Duty and you get to level 30 before you die, and then you die, you start over. It'd be like, well, fuck that. Why play it? Like,
I
you
had
know?
more fun with that on Modern Warfare 3, that Chaos mode. I had a
I don't
lot
think I ever
of fun
played
with
that one.
I
played it for a bit. It was fun, and
I was cracking up when Bucks was coming out with montages for Battlefield 3. And like some of the RPG shots and the fucking small shots he was pegging.
Dude,
I
that
was
shit
like,
was
dude,
See, some of that
Okay.
was fun. Like when we'd all play Battlefield 3, that's what I remember. Like you'd see fucking Young Jay in the background flying a jet around,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd be just like running around and just go up.
When
and,
you
like,
had the
stab
whole
people.
group of us, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. The best was fucking, what was it, Tezzy. He's
Oh.
like, I'm going to kill you, and misses in a plane and steals my helicopter and goes to shoot at me twice, and all of a sudden you hear, oh crap, tree.
Boom.
And just boom. He's like, son of a bitch, that did not turn out the way I wanted it to. I was like, dude, that was an epic fail. I was like, I was in the wide open, and all you had to do was shoot me. No. Like, I have to say, like, Battlefield 4 just got really, I don't know, like, once you play a game over and over and over again, and you hit that top, rank, I think I'm only like a rank 71, and I got bored of the game. I was like, you know what? This is
There's
really...
nothing to keep you going. Why bother?
Well, I didn't understand. Like, the other Call of Duties, I've hit max, and I can still play multiplayer.
Yeah.
This one just forced me.
I'm almost a master prestige. Like I did it in Black Ops 2. I think that's probably the only one I ever master prestige. But I'm just like, okay, then after that, because I've prestiged the past 6-7 times strictly DLC. I haven't played like regular. It's always been the DLCs.
I think the funniest was
That's it.
fucking Knife Happy is playing with me the first night of Ghosts, and I'm just getting my ass handed to me left and right. And finally, it's like, what was it, like 5 o'clock in the morning my time, and I flip the fuck out. And my wife comes out, would you shut the fuck up? I'm like, whoops, sorry, my bad. And she's like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm like, these motherfuckers and they're fucking hiding in quarters. It's like, I fucking hate this game. She's like, then why the fuck did you buy it? I was like, because I thought it would be better. Boy, was I wrong. And she's like, then fucking sell it and shut the fuck up. I'm going back to bed. I'm like, okay. And Knife Happy's cracking up because the whole time that's all you fucking hear is her fucking yelling at me in the background. And my mic's picking it up fucking crystal clear. I'm like, fuck.
Well, I was probably drunk at that point because
Dude, yeah, dude. It was funny because it was you.
But it took me forever to get on because when I got home from GameStop was like 5 minutes from my house. So midnight launched. I got down there like a quarter till, and since it was Ghost, there was only 3 people in line. So I stood in line, got my fucking coffee. 5 minutes later, I'm home. There's lightning outside. They blew up the internet. So the internet wasn't working, so I couldn't connect. And I was fucking winging out because I was like, fuck. I took off work. So I had all day. I had all my shit to drink, my fucking jerky and chips and all that different shit. Nothing.
I remember you were pretty sauced.
Oh, I was so pissed. And then I went back and I went to bed, and then like I got my wife's like, "Why are you in bed?" And I'm like, "Fucking internet's off." Blah blah blah. I was all pissed. And then I went out, tried it again. I was gonna do campaign because I never do campaign unless, you know, internet's down or some shit. And then the internet was on, so then I got on and fucking just got sloshed.
I'll tell you what, the fucking campaign in that game wasn't that bad.
For what?
I stopped.
For Ghosts.
I started it.
No, it was good.
It wasn't half
It was
bad.
better than Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2's campaign was just fucking weird.
I beat Modern Warfare 2.
It was boring. Black Ops 2 was boring. It kind of picked up, and then it just died.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I didn't like it. I was just like, what the fuck, man? And then all of a sudden, when it came down to, like, you know, playing Battlefield 4 wasn't bad. The only bitch about it is if there are two problems. One, you always get the, you know, corrupted file, so you always had to restart your shit. Or if it actually fucking worked, the fucking shit was like 3 hours long. The campaign was like a 4-hour long campaign. I'm like, really? That was it? What the fuck? Like, come on. I remember when, like, Modern Warfare, like, COD 4, that campaign was fucking awesome.
Still never finish it.
And, you know, Modern Warfare 2 I had fun with. Even Modern Warfare 3 was a little, It was like, okay, you know, we're beating a dead horse here, people.
He smoked that cigar for 3 hours, I swear.
But it wasn't, you know, it wasn't bad. But then when, like, you know, Black Ops, that was such an odd fucking campaign as well, the first one.
The first one, I liked it.
I liked it, but going back to, like, you figure you go from modern guns to all of a sudden, crap, I've got the AK-47, or I've got these shitty fucking guns that I'm trying to kill people with, and it's just not working. But it was fun using the China Lake and fucking getting banks with those things and shit like that. But I just...
Wait, were you trying to get bank shots in the campaign?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude, I was doing
doesn't do that.
I was doing bank shots in the campaign with tomahawks. And shit, too.
I ignore, like, strategy and just try to run through it.
Oh no, dude, I get bored. I'm like, fuck it, let's make it interesting. And in Black Ops 2, you could sit there and take, like, a weapon from the future and use it in the past, and use a weapon from the past and use it in the future, and it got you fucking gamer scores and shit like that. So I was like, fuck it, dude, you know, I'll start doing shit like that.
You want a gamer score and try to sit through that game twice?
What up, fuckers?
What up, man?
Dude, motherfucker, I'm gonna find you and I'm going to kill you.
Bring it on, bitch.
What the fuck happened to you for a while there? You like dropped off the face of the earth.
Vacation, nigga. I was in Arkansas and running back and forth from there, bro.
Alright,
I was like,
With the
damn,
family, man.
I was like, damn, dude, I haven't
it's the
seen
black
fucking-
Indian motherfucker.
What up, nigga? But yeah, I was doing a bunch of just a family vacation thing, bro. It's been like 5-6 years since I've been up there, visiting with everybody. So
Mhm. Well, it's good that you got a vacation in.
yeah, man. I thought about scheduling videos, like, nah, screw it.
Yeah, because I wasn't getting anything in my email and shit. I'm like, fucking I was like, is TP okay? Is he alive?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't see any wrestling fucking montages and shit in my fucking email. There's something wrong here.
That's it. Yeah, just visiting my people, man. Just having some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. So then,
Seeing some old lady folks too. Look, not old. Hold up. Rephrase that.
You see some old ladies, like, he's like tapping that
are you talking like cougars and shit? Or
I
are you
know,
talking
dude.
Just like old people I used to know, not old. But yeah.
Okay.
They call him White Lion now. Purr, motherfucking purr.
Oh, god damn. So it is so nice to actually be out of the fucking hospital. Holy shit, man. That fucking bed
So,
sucked.
do they charge
ass.
you? I got a question. Do they charge you? Because, like,
My insurance covers it.
okay.
So my insurance will cover up to 65 days in the hospital. And it's per fiscal year, not like regular year. So in July it resets. And
Is
my
that-
whole... Oh, what was that?
Does it have rollover?
Yeah, well, no, like whatever days I have left over won't roll over, but it just automatically resets.
Restarts? Okay, good.
So, it'd be great if it fucking
Dude,
did.
insurance companies fuck you over, man, because I'm just real super fucking quick. When I had my first kid, okay, it came out, he's kind of orange. We're like, okay, what's his
Jaundice.
jaundice levels? And they're like, oh, he's fine. We're like, but we'll test him tomorrow. I'm like, okay, so take my kid home. This is after like 2 days in hospital or whatever. Take him home, bring him back, do the testing, and they're like, whoa, you should not have like left the hospital yesterday. You got to be here overnight. I'm like, okay, do your thing. Separate visit, separate charges.
Yep.
We had a whole package deal, so the whole thing, no matter how long we're in the hospital, was like this much. And then as soon as you left the hospital, that package, that's done. Everything else is new. That was so expensive, it was ridiculous.
When
Because
I got
they
sick
told
and all
us to
that
leave.
shit, man, they discharged me, and I got a phone call a few hours later saying, "No, wait, you shouldn't have left the hospital." I was like, "Nigga, I'm not coming back. You're going to charge me again. Fuck you." That was
Yeah, dude. Like, here's the thing. Like, I left the
So you
hospital.
gave me my papers, bro. So fuck you. I'm
Like,
leaving.
I was in the hospital for just about a week. I left on that Friday, and then another week goes by, and the fucking pain comes back twice as bad. Where I don't know how I got through that podcast because I was just eating fucking painkillers, dude. Because I got there and I tried to walk in, and I almost fell the fuck down numerous fucking times. They got me a fucking wheelchair. They're asking me what's going on, and instantly they think I'm having chest issues, so they stick me on the cardiac floor. And I'm like, I'm not having chest pains. I'm having stomach issues. It's from my fucking cancer, people. So instantly I'm hooked up to a heart monitor all fucking night. The doctor comes in the next day. I'm like, can we get this thing off of me, please? He's like, yeah, sure. Fucking finally get the heart monitor off. And they start running all sorts of fucking tests. And this time it wasn't like, they gave me another CAT scan to see if I had fluid buildup. And I had minimal amounts of fluid buildup, so that wasn't the issue. And then they tested my kidneys, they tested my fucking bowels, they tested like everything. And, they're coming back and they're like, to be honest with you, your sodium levels are a little off, and so is your potassium levels. I'm like, well, how bad's my potassium? And they're like, well, they wanted at like a 4.5 is what the levels that they want. I'm like, okay. And they're like, you're at like a 4.2, so you need to take, we need to get your potassium. I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I go back to sleep, and that's when I woke up, and they're fucking sticking the potassium via IV, and I'm like, oh my god, get it the fuck out. And the nurse is just looking at me. She doesn't understand fucking English. She's like, what do you want? I'm like, get the fucking IV the fuck out of my arm. Get the shit out now. So finally she removes it. The doctor comes in, and I'm like, give me the fucking liquid, please. Okay, so they get me the liquid, and I fell back asleep. And she's like bugging me every 10 minutes to fucking drink the liquid. And I guess just because I was in such a deep sleep. I woke up. I'm like, enough already. I'll fucking drink it. Give me it. Go. Bing. There you fucking go. And then passed back out. Don't remember yelling at her at all. And she's like, you got really loud. I'm like, I want to apologize. I don't remember any of that. I was sleeping. I am so sorry. I was just like,
so are you a grumpy person when people wake you up, bro?
After getting stuck like for the 19th fucking time, yeah. Well, dude, like when they take blood from me every fucking morning, there's this dude named Andy, and like the worst thing about it is he fucking twists the fucking needle when he pulls it out, so he just blows out a vein every fucking time. So my first day, I had 3 veins that were just blown the fuck out, and he came walking into the room, and I looked at him and said, out, out, out. He's like, what? I'm like, you see my arm? It still hasn't completely fucking healed yet. I'm like, you blew out 3 veins the last time. I don't know how long I'm staying here, but you are not touching me with a fucking needle. And he just looked at me and like, so see you, bye, thank you. Close the door on the way out. And then another phlebotomist came up, and she's like, what can I do for you? I'm like, you're supposed to, I guess, take blood. And she's like, all right. Dude, I didn't even realize she was done. Didn't realize she fucking hit me with a needle. The only time I knew she was done was when she was undoing the fucking, you know, the tourniquet around my fucking arm. I'm like, you're done already? She's like, yeah, why? I was like, you fucking stuck me with a needle? And she's like, yeah, why? I'm like, can you please do this from now on, like every freaking morning? And she's like, well, I'm on every morning for the next week. I'm like, thank you. So she would walk in at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd literally throw my arm over the rail, and she'd be like, all right, I'm done. I'm like, okay. And she'd walk right out. I'm like, oh, I guess they took blood today. But there's some interesting folks there, man. I'm like, can I get moved to the 7th floor? Or they know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing? And every Patel doctor known to man.
You do know he can read the chat too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's still a shocker though.
He's quiet. I'm wondering, Johnny, you okay?
It's quit this way.
Johnny has a new record for being completely quiet. He's going to take Cobb's record soon. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I don't know. Young Jay's probably got the record out of all of us.
Nah.
No, I think you do there, boss man. You've sat in here numerous times where you haven't said shit, but I don't know. Young Jay's up there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm hearing kids rage and Counter-Strike right now. It's
I think
fucking
the
hilarious.
funniest thing is, like, you get Cobb in here and he's quiet unless it's a topic that he, you know, will talk about, but you get him into, like, Let's Talk Wrestling, and it's,
doesn't
like,
shut up.
the polar fucking opposite, really.
Which is the topic he knows what to talk about.
Yeah. By the way, I'm never watching the news again.
Depressing book.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking hell, between all the fucking shootings, like there was
Every week.
dude, every fucking day.
Like, I'm like, I'm sorry.
on,
It's
hold
completely wrong that they fucking do it.
I haven't
Like,
seen.
You,
I haven't
you would think
seen
they would
this-
try to one up the other person, but they're like, okay, he killed 6. I'm gonna do 1. And they
Okay,
kill
wait,
this.
wait. I haven't seen this show called The News in a long time.
Go to fucking MSN.com or Yahoo. That's where I get my news, dude. I don't even like
When
that.
I'm log out of my email, I
Like-
see shit.
Like when you turn the TV on automatically at the fucking hospital, it goes like right to one of the news channels, and right off the bat, it's like 9 o'clock. And what is it? There's a fucking high school shooting out in fucking Oregon. The
Right
last day.
before there, it was in.
Oh, what the fuck was it?
So they're running out of things. To,
no, it was
like,
in
actually
Washington.
report.
It was near Seattle. Fucking near Seattle. Or something.
There was a Washington shooting. There was, and then
Do
like
any of y'all
right
like
now-
regular school kids wear uniforms and shit? Just like regular school.
This is all like college.
No, I'm just asking.
shit.
I'm
No, this
just
is all-
asking though, like regular shit though. I was just wondering.
no, like it really depends on where you're at. Like in Philadelphia, certain schools are like
Like
that.
every school around here, you have to wear a fucking uniform.
Like even
That's
if
not
it's
Of course, I'm
shit.
talking about regular ass school, not college.
yeah,
They,
that's how it
they
should
do that
be.
for 2 reasons. They do that so like you got the rich kids look just like everybody else. The poor kids look like everybody else.
That's what I
so-
heard. They've been doing it since I was a kid, so
Oh, that-
everybody could compete against each other. There was still fucking violence regardless.
I know,
of
because
all
a
the
nerd is
bullshit.
always going to be a nerd, regardless of what he looks like. And a jock's going to be a
Jocks,
jock, regardless if you have the same shirt. Like, yo, man, we got the same fucking shorts on.
Don't
dude.
mean
What's
shit.
up, man? You want to play Magic?
Yeah, like it just, I don't know, man. It was just like, what the fuck? And then there was a cop today just issuing like a regular warrant, and out of fucking nowhere, the dude fucking fires off like 5 shots through the fucking door.
Damn it, man.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is just ridiculous. I'm like, can we please change the channel? The lady's like, what do you mean? I'm like, can we stop having the news turn on every time I turn the TV on? Trying to
I think
watch
the cops
something.
should just fucking just. Before I moved up here, I looked up crime statistics in Washington, and it brought up this video of it was like from a GoPro on a cop on his chest, and he was going on a call that some dude got into it with somebody like outside of his house or whatever, and he ran into a neighbor's house. So the cops responding and everything, and the lady who lived there, like, she knew the boy and everything, and she's just like, yeah, he's in the kitchen, he has a knife, don't hurt him. So the cops, you just see all from the cop's POV, you know, he pulls out his gun, he's like, you know, get out, blah, 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 I got this, blah, 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 and he's just sitting there, and you just see the gun like this, and then you see the guy, like, walk out of the kitchen, and he's got a fucking butcher knife in his hand. This is all, like, real, on his fucking thing, and he's like, put the gun, you know, put the knife down, drop the knife, and the dude was just like looking at him like, I'm not gonna drop this. I'm not gonna drop. He's like, put it down, and you see the gun go up, cover the guy's face, and he shoots like 4 times.
Oh my god!
In the dude's
Couldn't
face.
just like shoot the nigga in the leg.
And then he drops down, and I'm like,
They're trained to go 2 in the chest, 1 in the head, isn't it?
or no, it's like, yeah, it should be like pop, pop, boom.
Well, it
Like,
depends on the situation. If you wanna-
Situation.
I would have shot him 5 times in the face. He shot
Like-
him 4 times.
like,
If he was just standing
it
there and all
depends.
that
If he's just
bullshit.
standing there, take him out in the leg. Shoot him.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah, I mean, well, if you look at it like, yeah, he had a knife, not a gun, unless he was really good at throwing it.
yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't have shot him 4
Some
times in
cowboy
the face.
shit, man.
but
Shoot
he
the knife.
did.
Just to
But
defend the
if every
situation.
cop did that, how many motherfuckers would run around and like go after somebody with a knife? Because like, oh shit, they're not gonna arrest me. They're gonna shoot me four times in the face. I think that it should be like, if you go up to a car that somebody, if you're pulling them over, your weapon should be drawn at their fucking face. Give me your info. Any movement, I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
I don't know about that much.
Kids.
I don't know. I think it's
I don't know about that.
that job is so risky.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that job is risky.
Yeah.
I mean, I give them that much, but it's like, okay, you don't need to be doing that to everybody. Not everyone is a fucking crook, you know. And then you got like some of the fucking shit. Like down here, there's a dude that's getting retried because 3 fucking African American kids threatened the dude and told him flat out, like, if you talk to us again, we'll fucking shoot you. And instead of the dude calling the fucking cops, what's he do? He pulls a fucking Zimmerman and fucking unloads into the fucking car. Or 1 stray bullet fucking pegs the kid in the fucking back of the head. So now he got tried.
Threatened him?
Yeah, that threatened him. Instead of like calling the cops like, hey, look, this is what just happened. No, he pulled his own fucking gun out and fucking decided to fucking shoot him.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Were they
Yeah.
armed at all?
No,
Yeah, I
like
think I heard
it
about
comes
that
out
one,
that
too.
they weren't even armed. They just said they had a gun.
Yeah, well, if you say I'm gonna kill you to me, I might
Yeah,
react
if you're not
first.
threatening my life or my family,
Yeah.
I will fucking shoot
Yeah, I
you. I
don't
don't
care
care
if you're
what those
but
sticker
here's-
sword in your pocket.
This is true, but here's the thing. So now it's going to court. It already went to court once. It got thrown out. But they can retry him on some other minor technicality, which they're doing now. It's like, are you kidding me? Oh, you know what the other fucking thing was? It was that couple, that white supremacist couple in Nevada.
At
that took
Walmart?
out- yeah, that took out the 2 cops in the pizza place and
Yeah.
then went into fucking Walmart and fucking decided they were going to shoot some more fucking people. And then the fucking wife, or whatever, fucking shoots the husband and then shoots herself. But in the process...
Johnny's internet is hardcore messing up.
Yeah, like, I don't know what...
Excuse me.
It's pulling a Travis.
Yeah. Not even, dude. Travis is
Oh,
a
yeah.
30-second delay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
my
Travis is
speed.
in here, but
Depending
he'll
if
be
the
another
research is
hour
over or not.
until it like, catches up.
Oh, so he's in here right now.
3 hours from now, we'll see it.
Yeah, he accepted the invite like 2 hours ago, so...
But, you know, and then they said with the fucking wife, when they fucking got the ambulance there, she was still alive. Like, she was still breathing and then died on the way to the hospital. But it's like, really? Like,
The last thing I saw was the 2 little girls.
2 little girls. Oh, yeah, the 2 girls that fucking stabbed the girl from the fucking
The two little 12-year-olds.
yeah, the 12-year-olds that stabbed the shit out of the other 12-year-old and tried to blame it on the fucking Slender Man game
Yeah.
Oh my god.
with like a dull fucking kitchen knife.
Butter knife.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty much what it was.
That's fucked up.
And she got stabbed like 37 fucking times. And they said they hit like every vital fucking organ in her. Don't know how the hell she was alive.
Devin, man. Oh, she's still alive?
Yeah, she's still alive. She made
Well,
it
that's
through.
cool, I guess.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just scary, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
See, if that was my kid and two
In-
little kids did that, I'm
In,
not
in
gonna say what I
broad
did.
daylight in a suburban home.
No, it was
outside.
It's in the woods.
No,
No,
broad
no.
daylight in somebody's home.
No,
is
no, 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 no,
longer
no.
broad daylight.
In the woods.
It was in broad daylight out in a suburban like area.
In suburban woods.
It was in the woods.
It was in the woods.
Again,
They weren't that far from the like.
No, they weren't.
They had like what's it called, like little sidewalks, people who do like the little morning jog things.
Yeah,
But yeah,
like
it definitely was in the woods.
Because that's where the girl came walking out from the park.
No,
and
somebody
she-
found her.
they stabbed her 37 times.
She did not walk out of that.
No,
park.
yeah, no,
She
no,
was found.
No,
She walked out to the.
she walked out, and somebody found her, and they called 911
Yeah.
because they put her on a fucking bench right by one of the benches. Yeah, the bitch fucking walked, dude. That's some fucking ballsy shit. It's just like, what is wrong with people nowadays? Like, really?
It's getting, for the amount of shootings that have just happened in like the last 2 months, I don't even,
Hell.
it's getting worse. Like,
Well,
what the fuck is going on now?
Going back, I'm gonna piss again. Jesus Christ.
I think I was looking up the amount of shootings one time on the weekend over here.
There's
It was
way
like-
more shootings that are announced. It's usually the white people and everything to get on the news. Not like all the ghetto shit that happens all the fucking time.
Oh, you should hear all the ones over here.
Oh, yeah, nobody's gonna be like, another blood got shot.
Exactly.
Nobody gives a fuck. They're like,
I'm
another
just
3
saying this,
bloods
yeah.
got killed. It's like, whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
then you
Black
got
girl
all
got
the
killed by a black
gun nuts
guy?
running
Whoa.
around in Texas.
What does Canadian warfare look like?
It's a bunch of
What are
people.
they?
Fuck, we just had some motherfucker pop off for our
Taking each other.
CMP.
Did he kill a buck?
No, he killed 4 cops.
Yep.
It was a ride by moosing.
Oh,
He was on a moose when he
Are you
shot
talking
him.
about that one dude?
You
who
know what?
killed
I invite you
14
all to come up here. I'll show you where the moose are. You go ahead and hop on those
They're-
motherfuckers if you can.
Aren't they meese?
Yes.
The plural of moose is Mises. That's right.
Is that mooses?
Fucking Mises.
Moose eye.
Musa?
And
Not a
then,
cactus.
Wait, so wait, Johnny, what
yeah,
part of Canada are you from? You near, like, if you look right
Alberta.
below U.S., are you East or West Coast?
He's West Coast.
He's close to
closer
you.
to the west.
Can you speak French?
What's right below you, state-wise?
No, fuck, I don't speak. I'm right above Montana.
Okay, oh, God. Yeah, like, what part of Montana? Do you even know any of the cities?
I think, well, Havre's like a 2-hour drive, and Great Falls, I think, is about a 6-hour from where I am.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my wife's
And if
from...
I had a passport, I'd go buy all of your cheap booze and cigarettes you have down there.
Oh, the borders are shit, dude. The Montana border is, like, nothing.
But how much you pay for smokes? Let me
A
check.
lot.
Canadian money.
25 pack of Green Brand, like, I buy the cheap smokes, and they're about $10 a pack.
Now ask
But
him how much he pays for Four Locos.
$6 a fucking can.
Canadian.
Makes me laugh. So. Every time I drink one, I will like pour like 10 cents out for you.
No, yeah, what is it? We can get 3 for that price.
They're about 260.
Yeah, but sometimes you can get the,
I
them
saw.
deals.
This was the day I stopped following Four Loco on Twitter because A, they wouldn't talk to me anymore, and B, they just pissed me off.
Well,
They
you know,
retweeted a sale. It was $1.70 a can,
What the fuck?
and I'm just sitting there going like,
Yeah,
I
that's
could-
like 2. I've went into a gas station one time. It was 2 for $3.50, and I was like,
Yeah, they had one of those.
we get Monster 2 for $3.50 in a gas. Like gas stations don't sell booze up here, right?
Well, what it is, it would be the tax price for the booze, and not the energy drinks.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
like
two
down,
different categories.
See, down here, They run specials on Four Loko where it's like 2 for $3.50 and 3 for like I don't know, like I think it's like
Wow.
3 for $5.
If I could make the type of money I make up here, if I could make it down there, I could afford to be a professional alcoholic.
What do you do?
Bus driver.
Oh, they got buses here. I heard in the United States. I wrote the cards down on one, so they go back away.
Oh my God! My wife showed me this article. It's probably one of those stupid BuzzFeed things.
But I don't want you
Like-
driving a school bus with my fucking kids on it.
Stop, Johnny. What
I don't think you Puerto Locos not to drive my
Back to
kids.
American.
I'm
gonna
not
take you to
allowed
school
to
today.
drive school bus up here. Well, I mean, I'm allowed to.
Well,
You open up the door. Hey kids, it's Johnny White
Get
trash.
this. I drive a city bus, and all they have for a policy is, don't be drunk when you drive the bus.
But you be high as shit, right?
Well,
Well, that rule, you can be drunk.
they all
Sorry, they don't
fucking go out and drink till 2 o'clock in the morning in the pub and show up at 6 o'clock in the morning to drive people around on the bus.
they're not drunk; they're hungover.
Yeah.
And there's no problem with this. But a school bus, you're not. Their policy is you can't have a beer or any alcoholic beverage within 12 hours of driving the bus.
Yep.
Oh, you're
But
screwed.
then you never have a drink, but you'd be
But
sleeping.
how do they
for 12
test that
hours.
though?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, what was it? Within the last year, near me,
They all have
a guy,
breathalyzers.
Yeah.
Smell like punch for
jail
Loco.
time out of it because he was driving a school bus and he was hammered.
Well, speaking of school buses, we just recently had a bus aide smack the shit out of an autistic kid.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah, say that again.
I don't know because frickin' Knife Happy's kid's like,
Oh yeah. Right.
Hold on. Let me
American
mute
only
myself and yell at him, okay?
alright.
Keep your camera on.
Anyways, are you talking about that security guard who slapped that autistic kid, and then the kids of the school weren't hitting back?
No, not the security guard. It was actually a
No, the
bus's
bus
aide.
driver.
No, not the bus driver. The bus's aide. On special needs buses, there's a bus driver, there's a bus's aide. That they have down here. Well, apparently this kid cursed at him, and fucking bus's aide smacked the shit out of this
No.
kid.
Your buses down there, are they employed by the bus company or are they employed?
They're employed by the school district.
Too
which
much
is-
in school.
Yeah. We've got the same thing up here. We actually had a special transit issue yesterday. I don't know if I should say it out loud, but I'm going to anyway. All of a sudden, one of the special needs ladies just decided she wanted to take off all her clothes in the bus.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Wait, was she special or was she just helping?
No, she was special.
Okay.
And
I thought if she just would have been like the special aids help, like he said earlier, like one of them people, like, hey,
Yeah,
people,
no,
check
no.
this shit out.
this is not the type of lady you would want to see naked.
Maybe I do.
But like with this shit though, you gotta understand. Like my son is autistic. He rides,
Yeah.
He's on one of those buses, and they're like, it was in the same county. It was for the same school, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? If I find out that that's my kid, I
Yeah.
was like, I will be out of this hospital in a heartbeat and
Yep.
choking the life out of somebody.
Mhm.
And they're like, instantly, the dude, of course, got, he didn't get fired. He's put on unpaid leave, suspended. And I'm like, no, you fire him immediately. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's on video. They have you on video.
Yeah, we've got videos on our buses too,
Should
right?
there be like an arrest?
Yeah, there should be an arrest for that
person
one.
slapping the fuck out of a
And they
kid.
they interviewed the mom and everything else, and she's like, I am pressing charges. I'm
That should be
pressing
an arrest.
charges
Look,
against the
Fucking
school
right.
and against, the guy that did it. I was like,
that's
I
what bitches.
was like, hell yeah, because that shit's bullshit, man.
Especially if we got
Yeah.
a camera full of.
That's
Well,
like,
especially since you're supposed to be specially trained to deal with
Mhm.
the special needs of your clients.
Yep.
Like, wow. No, see, oh god, that pisses me off.
It's like, okay, there was one time where Owen did get a little out of hand, and he didn't smack. He did. He didn't punch. He smacked the bus's assistant. And he got suspended from the bus for a week.
Yeah.
And I had to explain to him, I'm like, look, dude, you can't go running around hitting people. I'm like, you do that. I was like, with how old you are, I was like, they can take you to court. You can go to jail.
Mhm.
And he just looked at me like,
Some juvie shit. How old
I
is
was
he?
like, he's 10, but
Yeah.
or 11. He's 11, but you know,
I was just wondering.
but it's one of those like actually they can't do anything.
They're gonna put you in the hole, boy.
You know, it's
But
funny.
still,
Here's a
he
fucked up
needs to
thing.
learn the life lesson,
Yeah,
and
they-
you talk
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Here's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
fucked up though. In Pasco County, they can't do anything until the kid is the age of 12. And the only reason why I know this is because my daughter, when Owen was going to the school by my house, some kids were picking on Owen, and he got bullied every day. And Haley stepped in and said, "Why don't you guys knock it the hell off?" And one of the kids, and literally a foot off of school property, some kid, got down on all fours behind her while the other kid pushed her. While she fell on the ground, one of the kids kicked her in the head. One of them, she got the snot knocked out of her by 3 freaking 10-year-olds.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. And Haley got up and she ended up pounding one of the kids pretty good. It was pretty amusing, but I had to take her to the hospital and everything else, and I had to talk to the cops, and they're like, we can't even press charges because of how young they are. I was like, are you serious? I was like, hold on, how old do they have to be? And he's like, they have to be 12 years old. I was like, so if my son walked into school and straight up throttled this kid in the freaking mouth, and he's like, the worst that would happen is he'd get suspended from school. I was like, what if it happened outside of school? Yeah, the parents couldn't do anything about it. I was so half tempted to tell Owen, the next time you see those kids,
Yeah.
shit out of them. Because here's the thing, you got to understand, Owen is a gentle giant.
Yeah.
Owen has 10 times the amount of strength that most people do.
You said he's autistic, right?
Yeah, he's autistic.
Usually,
They
people
do.
like that are, yes, yeah. I've known a few.
So, I mean, like, he's knocked me over numerous freaking times when I'm not expecting it. I'm like, oh, dude, you need to chill out with that stuff. And, you know, the one time we were play fighting, dude, and he was messing around with his brother, and he rocked his brother, like, right in the gut and left this, like, bruise, like, that big, right in the gut. And Jordan's like, okay, enough, Owen, we're done. And I was just like, holy crap, Owen. I'm like, you can't hit him that hard, man. And he's like, I didn't. Like, he felt bad. He's like, Jordan, are you okay? He's like, I didn't mean to hit you that hard. I'm like, oh, my God. I was like, oh, and just don't hit anybody. You know, like, that's the number one thing is trying to get him not to hit anyone.
Yeah.
Because he, like, you know, for a while there, dude, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad with him where he just didn't, you know, he didn't care. He'd hit whoever, and that was that. Like, he put fucking holes in my fucking wall. Fucking put a hole in my fucking door. The cops fucking saw it. Because the one time he had, from us roughhousing, and, you know, and I would tickle him and get him, like, right up in here and shit. And his, God damn it. Like, right by the neck and shit, like, you know, by your collarbone. I'd fucking hit that spot. And it left a mark. And the teacher asked him what happened. And he goes, oh, my dad beats me all the time.
Oh, Jesus.
He's like, oh, we fight all the time. You know, like, in his head, you know, roughhousing
Yeah.
is what happens. Not that I'm actually beating this kid. You know, he didn't know the difference between the two. And I had to explain to him, I'm like, buddy, I don't beat you on a daily basis.
It's like
Every
only
other
once a week.
I was like, you know, if I did, that would be kind of wrong, man. And he's like, well, I didn't mean it that way. He's like, you know, we wrestle and stuff like that. I'm like, well, you got to explain that to them because they are thinking that I literally beat you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no, I don't. He's like, you know, and he's trying to explain to the teachers, like, no, that's not what happened. And, of course, you know, Children Youth Services fucking came out. All right, man. Thanks for joining. Children's Service.
Don't know the right questions to ask the kid. Like,
Yeah.
my daddy beats me. Oh, is it because you do something wrong? No. Are you guys playing? Yes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they just go, oh, your daddy beats you, and then phone calls are made, you know?
Yeah, like, and one of the things was, it wasn't at the school that he's at now. Like, that school is specifically assigned for the autistic children. It was the other school, and the teacher that fucking asked him the question, you know, didn't know what the hell was really going on, and then that fucking happened, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. That's
Just
it.
like-
Pisses me out.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, if I beat the kid on a daily basis, aren't you pretty sure that he have bruises everywhere? So instantly we had to fucking take him to counseling and do the whole fucking shit like that.
Yeah.
And then the cops noticed that there were, like, you know, there's this massive hole in the fucking bathroom wall, and then, you know, in the one door, and the cop's like, "You mind if I ask what happened?" I'm like, "Yeah, he got a little angry," and they're like, "Oh, well, if he ever gets that way, feel free to call us, and we'll come down and calm him down." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I need is you guys coming down."
They
With
gonna mace him or some shit.
Well, yeah,
You're going to
that
try to
was
scare them, and that don't really
Yeah.
need to be. That's not the way to go about shit. Not with him.
I was like,
No.
yeah, that's the last thing I need. I'm like, if that were to come down to that. So then, after that whole situation with my daughter, because she got pissed off at me because I told her she couldn't go to some sleepover where she went into school and said, my dad beats me out all the time.
Yeah.
And,
What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was a fun
Oh.
one. Because she was pissed off at me. She fucking pulled that shit. And of course...
All seriousness, like, if I would have known then what I knew now, I would have got away with so much shit, because if I was like, I'm going to my friend's house for a party, my dad was like, no, I'd be like, I'm going to tell everybody you touched my dick if you don't let me go.
Yeah.
But I remember saying to my mom,
I would have...
I got in trouble, bad enough trouble. I got the belt across the bare ass. That was a training parenting technique. I know everybody looks down on it now, but
So yeah, stenching poured across your ass. Go ahead.
but I
When there was a
remember
round.
once I said to my mom, I said, you better let me do what I want. I forget what it was exactly, but it's like, if you don't let me do this, I'm gonna phone social services and tell them that you beat me. And she says, okay, I'll grab you the phone. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she literally laid the line on me, because it's going to take them 15 minutes to get here, and I'll make sure you.
But it is the truth. Make it here.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to make this 15 minutes worth it. I said, okay. Maybe we won't do that then.
Yep.
That is a great fucking
Okay,
answer, dude.
so here's...
Mom was a single mom, did the best she could with me, and sometimes it took a belt. I was a hard kid.
Not the belt, but that was
here's the fucked up thing. I actually did that, dude. Like, my 13th birthday, after dude, I got the ass beating of a lifetime, and I deserved every ounce of it.
Yeah.
Because I was a stupid kid, and I threw a freaking table at a teacher. I deserved the ass beating I received that night.
a table?
Yeah, a desk.
Big lunchroom
A
table.
desk. I was like, Chuck. The teacher said something to me. I had a headache. I didn't like his answer, and he didn't like mine. And I was like,
Nigga, it's 4.
I was like, it was a science class too. I was like, fuck you and Chuck, dude. So, of course, I get home and go, crap, I'm going to pay the consequences. My dad's going to whoop my ass.
Yep.
And my dad beat my ass pretty fucking good. And I remember going into school all heated and pissed off. And I'm like, if my dad ever fucking touches me again, I was like, I'll fucking kill him. And I'll fucking take myself out afterwards so nobody can fucking do shit. Like, I went off. Well, next thing I fucking know, I get home and my parents are packing my stuff up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're like, yeah, we just signed you over to the state for 2 months. I went, what? They're like, yeah, the school and us believe that you are detrimental to your own health, so we are going to sign you over to them, and you can deal with it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Shit just got real.
Shit just got real. Oh yeah, dude. I was locked up for. I was just
gonna take them 15 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
There's a table over there.
Why? My kid.
Look, dude, at that point, I was already scared shitless enough as it was.
Yeah.
The cops show, they drove me to the fucking place. I go in, and they're like, what did you do? I'm like, I did something stupid. I opened my mouth when I shouldn't have. And in the process, I guess, when I was, ranting to the freaking guidance counselor, I mentioned that, my dad fucking hit me and shit like that all the fucking time. Well, here's the thing. My mom and dad worked for an educational company. They worked for the non-public school district. So that could have actually really fucked them in the long run if my dad actually did beat me, because they would have gotten fired from their jobs and everything else. I, of course, didn't think about it because I was the snotty fucking brat fucking kid.
Yeah.
That, spent 3 months in this fucking place, and I thought I was the sane one out of the group, dude. Oh my lord. There were some, being signed over to the state in this loony bin.
It was like a mental health clinic or whatever,
yeah, dude,
stay in or whatever.
Yeah, it was a mental health clinic.
My brother got put in a few of them.
The place was called Eugenia. It was top notch. For dinner and shit, dude, you're getting steak and shrimp and all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But you were with some really fucking
Fucked
whacked
up
out
people.
motherfuckers. Like one,
Isn't that the same thing for like people that go to rehab in general?
yeah, it was
Like, they go to the nicest place, but it's just like you don't want to be there.
yeah. Like here's the thing, like it was also a rehab facility as well, and they had the boys separated from the girls.
Yep. No
And
mingling, bro.
No, we were allowed to during, like, once a week, we were all allowed to watch a movie, but, like, when we watched the movie or TV show or whatever, the boys had to be on one side, the girls had to be on one side, and the fucking mediators,
every fucking
and the
thing.
mediators had to be, like, directly in between. Like, there was no, like, hand touching, no nothing. And they're always, the guys that always tried to do that shit. And then there was some shit where, like, they would actually, like, they would leave your bedroom door open all night, and they watched you to make sure you weren't, batshit crazy. And I remember the one time, dude, like, the roommate that I had was like, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to figure out. I'm like, dude, do whatever you want. I'm just going to sleep. Well, next thing I know, somebody is sitting in the middle.
I woke up in the morning, he was never saw again.
No, dude, I'm sleeping, and there is a dude sitting in the middle of the fucking room, all quiet and stealth-like and shit.
Just watching.
Just watching.
Ninja mode.
Dude, like, I tripped over his chair because I had to take a leak and was like, ah!
It's the boogeyman.
And I was like, well, dude, I'm 13 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, shh. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in my bedroom? And he's like, Mark's a little crazy. I'm like, then why'd you stick him with me? I want to get a good night's sleep. And then all of a sudden, 2 kids come in. They intake 2 more kids. And they have crabs.
Oh no.
So instantly, everybody in the fucking unit, what do we get stuck wearing? The fucking hospital gown, no socks.
This is like that scary version of Goosebumps.
What the fuck?
What?
I don't even
So,
want
dude, so like you were allowed to wear underwear, and that was about it. And then you had your fucking hospital robe on, and like the crappy hospital slippers they fucking gave you that were like made out of foam.
Oh god.
And it's like, okay, and they're like, well, you get your hour outside for rec, and I'm like, I don't want to go outside in this. I'm like, a breeze comes by and everybody's staring at my ass crack. I'm like, I'm opting out and doing arts and crafts sitting inside.
I hate hospital gowns. Go in there for like a foot thing. He's like, you gotta put on this. I'm like, dude, you're just looking at my foot.
I put it on
I
backwards.
put it on backwards. Hell yeah, dude.
Because the first day, they made everybody shower from fucking head to toe with the lice fucking shit. Then a doctor has to come in and make sure that nobody's got any lice. I'm like, this is wonderful. 13-years old, and I got some dude fondling my junk. I'm like, not something I really wanted to do today. And until like that doctor came through, you couldn't wear underwear, so I was fucking throwing my hospital gown on backwards and tying it that way. And they're like, you can't have it that way. I'm like, look, my ass is not fucking dangling out of this thing because I can't tie it. And they're like, okay, no problem. And then they wouldn't let us have like mouthwash because they were afraid that we might try to get drunk. Yeah, I'm like, oh yes, because I'm gonna get drunk off of that. If we used Q-tips, we had to use Q-tips within supervision.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, dude. Like they would hand you.
To use Q-tips in your ear anyway.
Yeah, like they would hand you the Q-tips, and dude, I just did it for like the lobe of my ear.
Yeah.
That's all I ever need. I'm like, all right, there we go. Chuck them out. I'm like, what, you guys thought I was gonna like kill myself?
It's like jabbing in your temple.
Yeah, they took all the laces out of our shoes.
Yeah, I know about that because Walter was saying shit about that. Like, nigga, you don't get no sheets tonight.
Yeah, dude, for some of the kids, man, they just gave them, like, the pillow and the box spring, and there was no sheets, no nothing, because they were afraid they were going to off themselves. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, my God. And then there was this kid that came in, and all he was doing was crying the whole time. He was like, I'm going to tell my dad they're beating me in here. And there was a dude that was just recently about to leave, like, he was getting out, and he wrote this kid's dad, like, he handed him, like, a 15-page document to hand to his dad when he got out, to like tell him that like they were beating him and like mistreating him and everything else. And finally, I'm sitting next to this kid and I looked at him, I was like, would you just shut up? And it's like in middle of counseling, and they're like, what? I'm like, this kid is sniveling and crying and just. I was like, get a fucking clue. And they're like, Brett, now watch your language. I'm like, screw my language. Listen to this crybaby all night, crying himself to sleep. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, I've been in worse situations. This really isn't that bad, kid. I'm like, they're giving you all your freaking clothes. I was like, the last time I checked, we got 3 square fucking meals. We're doing schoolwork. We're not getting in any trouble, and you're acting like it's the freaking end of the world. I was like, it's not my fault you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and you can't go and do the fun things that Daddy lets you do. And all of a sudden, they were just like, holy shit. I'm like, I'm sick and tired of this crap. Get me the hell out of here. Next thing I know, the kid that was leaving fucking turns in the note that one of the head supervisors and goes, yeah, he gave me this. He's like, at first I was going to hand it to the kid's dad, but after what Brett just went off on, yeah, I really can't do this. Here you go. Next thing I know, the kid's in like solitary confinement.
You gave him something to really cry about.
Dude, like, and they would fucking, like, one of the kids, like, went off, like, broke a fucking chair, started snapping out. That's when you see all the fucking aides come running in, and, like, they're, like, sitting on his fucking chest, and they fucking hit him with a fucking shot. Instantly, he goes fucking numb, goes limp. And then I fucking look over, and you can see one of the fucking confinement rooms, dude, and he's literally, like, strapped to the fucking table, like, Jesus Christ mode. And they're, like, pumping lithium into this fucking kid. I'm like, I want to get out of here now. What do I got to do? I was like, what rules do I have to abide by to get me the hell out of here? Because this is just craziness. And that, like, from that day, that was, like, that was my second month in. After that, dude, I did everything I possibly had to. It was, like, straight arrow path, didn't say shit, didn't talk to anybody, did what I was supposed to, and got the hell out. That was like and I was like, I apologized to my parents. I was like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. My dad's like, yeah, do it again, I'll kill you.
No.
I was like, all right. And then my dad takes me hunting 2 weeks later, and they're like,
Hey, there's a gun.
And they're like, are you sure you want to take him hunting? My dad's like, look, he goes, this is the only way my son and I bond. We ended up getting 2 deer that year too. It was actually kind of fun. And he's like, you happy now? I'm like, yeah, I'm not in that fucking place. I looked at him and was like, were you afraid I was going to shoot you? He goes, no, I know you're not that stupid. I was like, thank you. He's like, because I breathe. He's like, somehow I'd live and I'd kill you. I'm like, oh, I know. I'm not a dummy.
He's like, your aim shit. I was fine.
Alright, mofo, it's been fun, but I'm out.
Yep, get some sleep.
Well, you
Yeah.
talk much anyway.
I gotta bounce out too. I gotta work in the morning.
Oh, yeah, you got to work tomorrow. Have fun.
So does Johnny, but it's like 7 for him.
Oh, yeah. What time do you get
Oh,
Did you heard it?
yeah, but I work at 5 here.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, 6 to you.
That's probably why I've been so quiet. I am fucking dead, because...
Why don't you go to bed, dude?
Because he's not tired, but he's just
No, I keep
physically
passing
dead?
out on the fucking couch for like an hour or 2 hours, and then I can't sleep.
Yep.
And so, like, I'm literally, like, that 1 or 2 hour nap on the couch, that's my sleep for the night.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's how it was in the hospital. Like, they'd hit me with my medicine, the pain would fucking stop, and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, all right, I'm going to relax. Next thing I know, I wake up, it's 3 hours later, and I'm like, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
How the hell did I get here? Okay, I'm in the hospital still, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden the pain would just punch right into my stomach. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm here. Hit the button.
Alright, you guys have a good one.
All right, man, have a good one.
Later.
But I'm so happy now that they finally figured out, like, my pain regimen, where it's like, it's, for the first time to be at, like, the pain level of a 5, I was like, I could kiss this freaking nurse compared to, like, normally I've been at, like, a 9 the whole time in chronic fucking pain. And they're like, well, and I'm like, look, I know my cancer spread, but it's not like it's massive lesions from what they saw. It's not like it's literally, like, taking over, like, my liver. It's, from what I read on the report, it's, like, dude, doctors read shit so fucking wrong at times, man. Like, they made it seem like I was dead.
Yeah.
Like, they literally made it seem like I
But
was
didn't they
dead.
also make you seem like it was dead, supposed to be like, 12 months ago?
Oh, yeah. You guys are going to laugh on this one. Guess who I got to meet?
Lance Armstrong.
The doctor who diagnosed you?
Dolly Parton.
Yeah. The
Dolly Parton?
No, the GI
Wait,
doctor
what?
the GI doctor that fucking diagnosed me, that told me that I was going to live for only 6 months.
You should have did your face up like you were.
Remember 18 months
And, like,
ago when you
walked
said
up
I was
to him
only
and be
going to
like,
live for
"Remember
6
me?"
months? Yeah,
Yeah,
still alive,
I
motherfucker.
He came in, and he goes, you remember me? I was like, yeah, Dr. Virschwar, I remember you. And he just stops, and he's like, so you do remember me? I'm like, oh yeah, you gave me 6 months to live. I was like, and that was about, I was like, give or take about a year and a half ago. And he's like, look, I just say it how it is. And I was like, yeah, you can backpedal all you want, but I just want to say thank you. And he goes, for what? I said, because you gave me motivation.
Yep.
And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, you gave me motivation to fight the hell out of this thing. I was like, because if you didn't tell me that I had 6 months left to live, I probably wouldn't be here. I was like, when I was told that I was going to expire in 6 months, I was like, I'll be damned if that's going to fucking happen. And I tried my damnedest in doing everything I possibly could to make sure it wasn't going to happen. I was like, and I just got told this shit again that I have a short span. And he looks at all the paperwork and he goes, I don't know what they're talking about. So what do you mean? He goes, they found like 3 lesions on your liver and 4 lesions on your lung. I went, excuse me? I said, I'm still fighting this shit. I was like, I'm still going to chemo. He's like, good. He's like, you're doing well. And he goes, honestly, he goes, I'm proud of you. He goes, I'm happy that, you took it a certain way. He goes, because a lot of people would have just crumbled.
Lesions like bruises?
Lesions, pretty much, that's what they look like.
Yeah, I mean, the lesions are more kind of just internal bruises, right?
Yeah, but that's usually how cancer starts. So, but for him, go ahead.
Did you get wrong information or
possible? Possible wrong information because so many doctors looked at it and some fucking. I read the report again. There's a few lesions that they saw on my lungs and there's a few lesions that they saw on my liver that they didn't see before.
But they murdered you first when he first told you. It made it sound like
when they first
nigga,
told
your shit is spreading bad through it out.
Yeah, they made it sound like I pretty much was done.
Yeah,
they could not be. They could just be.
What?
Just they could just be like little sores.
No, it wouldn't be little sores. It's tumors. It's cancer.
Oh, okay.
But in the process, they also made it seem like I could only have one chemotherapy. That was a 50-50 shot when 2 of the other nurses started looking into it. And these were the chemotherapy nurses, not the regular doctors, and not the frickin' oncologists.
The ones that specialize in that thing. Yeah.
The ones that specialize in it and found 3 other frickin' options as well. So it's still, I mean, it's scary shit when you find out that, the cancer has spread. I mean, that scares the hell out of me. But there is I can actually maybe fucking beat this. Which
it makes you feel a little better when you get an actual professional, as Johnny would say.
Yeah, like it makes it feel a lot better that I know, like I don't have I mean, I could go anywhere from 6 months, like they said, to a year. I could, in all actuality, if I didn't do chemotherapy. It would just spread like wildfire. And I'm like, well, no, I'm doing it. My doctor tried to get me on chemo like as of yesterday. And I was like, doc, it's not going to happen, dude. I'm like, the 23rd, I'm like, we got to get my body back up to, par, and then I'll go and do it. Because if I do it now, I'm like, I'm just going to be sick and run down and have no energy. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he asks me the dumbest question, like, do you even have a port in your chest? I said, how else have I been getting chemotherapy this whole time?
Bro.
And he just looks at him. I'm like, doc, really? I was like, I understand you see a lot of people throughout the day, but that was the most asinine question I've ever heard. And he stops and goes, gotcha, gotta mess with you somehow. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, no.
You just dumb.
No, like, he's...
Smartest, stupid people you ever...
Yeah, I was just like, when I looked at him, I was like, doc, don't do that to me. And he's like, why? I'm like, because in this condition that I'm in right now, I was like, I'm over-emotional. Don't mess with me like that, bro. And he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I had to. And I'm like, oh, my God, dude. Like, I almost flipped shit. That's how bad it was. I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? You've been dealing with me for the last year and a half, and you don't know if I have a port? You don't know if I've done chemotherapy yet? I'm like, dude, you saved my life 2 times already now.
Wait, you have cancer?
I do? No way. I just thought it was gallstones. Fuck. That's what originally I thought it was. That's a scary thing, man.
You're not Mexican?
No.
I
actually knew that one. Yeah.
Dude, that was the other thing.
He's from Detroit, yo.
One of the doctors came in and thought I was Indian.
Most people think I'm Mexican. It's like, you motherfuckers never seen a native, have you?
I think you're black, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I'm all kind of shit.
But the doctor thought I was Indian, and he started speaking Indian to me, and I went, dude, I don't understand a lick of that. Last name is Harrington. And he's like, oh. I'm like, dude, I'm not. I'm like, no, Hawaiian. And he's like, oh. He's like, well, I noticed the mustache. And I'm like, yeah, I know. If I let the mustache grow out, then yeah, I'd look like I'm Mexican.
No, it's the chin hair.
Yeah, it's the chin hair too. I just got like, dude, they gave me like a one single blade Bic razor.
Those are the best ones, dude. I
You-
use the cheap shit, dude.
You got a better chance of just like literally like one hair.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at it like there's no way in hell that I'm gonna shave my mustache off with this. Like I sat there and took it to my arm and got like no hair. So literally, I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, you guys got anything better? And they're like, no, not really. I'm like, I'll just hold off. And my wife's like, what is wrong with your face? I'm like, I haven't shaved in like 2 days. And she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. I was like, and they gave me the
shaved in like 2 days. Nigga, I ain't shaved in like 3-4 months.
I
I,
was like,
still don't need to.
I shaved this
I was
morning.
gonna
I wish I could
I
shave.
shaved a half
I
hour
do
ago.
it just so I could feel manly sometimes. There's nothing there.
You're using the little Play-Doh shaving thing.
Yeah. Fucking X-Men, son. I do remember getting an X-Men shaving kit when I was like 6.
Oh my god, I remember having like a shaving kit when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
it came with
Wait
like
to shave, dude. I
Same
fucking
here.
hate it.
I
But,
can't
like,
wait to
it-
shave either.
it came with like the fake straight razor too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
dude.
Yeah, dude, like it had the fake straight razor. It was like this little play school fucking shaving kit. So I'd be like next to my dad every morning
Yeah.
with the straight razor, of course, like you know, like holding my nose up. I'm like, My dad's like, yeah, you get all that dirt off your upper lip. I'm like, yep, thanks, Pop.
Oh, I had another one of those old moments, you know, when you notice you're old. And we were talking about shaving at work, and that's when I realized, holy fuck, I've been shaving for 20 years.
You've been shaving since you were 3?
I've been shaving since I was 12.
I try to make it feel better, you dick.
I don't feel better. I feel
How
old.
could you have a beard at 3? Wait.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
No, okay. You know, okay, just real quick, speaking of facial hair and young, when my wife had her first kid in Arizona, the hospital, it was pretty much all, like, Mexican, right? So, like, they kept coming in and talking to us in Spanish. We're like, no, English.
And giving you burritos.
Oh, okay. So she had her son, and then they're like, oh, which one is it? I'm like, it's the one without the mustache.
Oh,
Anybody? No.
Okay, ¿qué pasó?
Yes. So I bought balloons downstairs in the gift shop. One said it's a boy, and the other one said es un niño.
El niño.
El Nino?
Niño.
Es un
Niño.
niño. in-
Tacos.
Like,
Wait.
no.
Yeah.
So everybody thought I was the
Dos
white dude
cervezas,
that
por
had
favor.
a kid with
Okay.
a Spanish chick, like a Mexican chick. So it's
You could have just been like, it's the one that looks white.
Yeah.
No, dude,
White
okay.
kid in there.
like seriously, like there's kids that have like these full head of hair, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like, or they
yeah.
style it, and then I got my freaking skinhead looking kid in there, and I'm like, where'd all his hair go? Like, man, they got like bangs. Like these kids are coming out with bangs and shit.
Yeah, a lot
No
of
mustaches. That was the exaggeration.
I don't know.
But the fucking full hairdo. Like they came out styled and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's a lot of like Mexican babies. We come out with our hair.
It's crazy.
You don't end up looking like Johnny.
There might be a mustache there. I don't know.
I would trade my beard for a full head of hair any day.
I'll
You,
trade you.
you should get it transplanted. You have that Canadian healthcare stuff.
Getting hot as shit
Oh, yeah.
around here, man. Fuck.
You know,
Just long
I'm
ass
pissed
hair.
off at Canadian healthcare. They won't even pay for my wife's new boobs. I gotta save up and buy that shit on my own.
Oh no, dude, no, that's cosmetic.
No, you go to Lowe's. They have
You don't have an unboxing video
a
of
little
the gun?
cocking gun, a funnel, and a utility knife.
Yeah, all right, hon, we're gonna do this ourselves.
There you go.
Wait.
Yeah, all we
Probably
need
a
is a
YouTube video.
silicone fucking tube and some duct tape and a box cutter.
I agree with I agree with Payne. Is there gonna be an unboxing video?
Oh, what? What did I just miss?
I was complaining about Canadian healthcare.
Oh.
They won't even pay
An
for
unboxing of a boob job.
I
that
have
would be
to
great.
I have to save up and buy those on my own.
Yep.
I
vote
told
for
her
an
I
unboxing
told her
as
I
well.
could afford them right now if I took the truck back, but she said
They
no.
put it on Daily Motion.
Can we have an unboxing and a review?
How much are they costing you?
I don't know yet. Somewhere around 6.
Yes, give us some first
Seriously?
impressions.
Holy shit. Okay, the reason why I'm saying holy shit is because my buddy Rob, his sister, her dad paid for him, and she got hers done for $2,500.
What state?
Pennsylvania.
See, everything's cheaper in the United States, dude. Four
You know,
locals and boob
just
jobs
sitting here
around.
thinking, like, if it saves me $4,000, why wouldn't we take a trip down?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, how much would
don't-
it cost you to take a trip down?
Depending on where I went.
So not $4,000.
I get 14 miles to the gallon, so
Wait,
do the math.
can you come
Schedule
down
something
here?
in Montana.
I can't come down yet, but we are getting our passports sometime this year.
Okay, think of it as a double trip. All
A
right.
double trip. Yeah, double D trip.
I meant more or less like you get the same.
That's
You get-
perfect.
I meant to say
Put
more or
on
less
disc.
like you get to save like $3-4 grand, and if you wanted to, you could spend $1,000 on that and stock up on your Four Locos.
Yeah, but they check when you go back.
Yeah, what is it too? Like
Customs fucking
you
check.
get
Oh,
you get
nigga-
discounted
nigga trying
if
to
you're
smuggle
down for
4
more than
Locos in
48
Canada.
hours, but they still ding you.
they
It'll still
fucking
be cheaper, but
they check you fucking hardcore fucking coming in or leaving.
well,
The Montana
especially
border,
some
dude.
hipster
The
with
Montana
the
border
fucking
is the
red
worst border in the
goatee.
United States.
Especially if you're leaving and like you've got like somebody's got like 2 cases of like wild turkey,
I want to hear his excuses.
Fucking
Like,
or
why are you-
or
why are you-
fucking 2 cases of Yukon Jack in the back of their fucking.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
want you to go up to one of the border patrols. Like, why is your visit in America? My wife's getting boobs.
Boobs, eh?
My wife's getting double D's, eh? Double D's,
I like it.
eh?
Hey.
What size is that? Fucking huge, eh?
Oh, now he's Mexican.
Dude, it was funny because like
So
my
that's
buddy's
S.A.
Oh,
my
what's
buddy,
D's S.A.
no? What's up, SC?
like my buddy's sister was an
hey.
A cup, and then she went to a C, but all of a sudden she's like showing them to everybody, and I'm like, your dad's in the room, your brother's in the room, I'm not looking,
Yeah.
and they're
Well,
like,
If you
I'm like,
bought them,
I-
nigga,
I-
might as well.
I had that talk too. I said we're not shelling out all this money to just go up a cop, are we? Like, I mean, I'm assuming it costs the same for big ones as little ones, and I'm like,
Wait a minute,
we're
wait a
going
minute.
no, it depends on the CC level and shit like that.
the what?
Wait,
Okay, each tit,
CC level, yeah, that's
CCs,
the amount of stuff that's
each
in it.
each tit
Yeah.
has X amount of fucking, amounts of float in it.
Yes.
So it depends on like how big you want to fucking go. Like they're not going to talk about cup size; they'll actually talk about fluid size.
And they'll show you the little fucking shit, whatever.
So what you're saying is I should go down there with a water balloon and say this much.
so wait. If all can go well, when he heads down and tells the border patrol in question, asking him why he's down there, saying, "We'll show you when we get back if you let me bring a couple
Why are you
cases with
coming
me."
down here?
Yes.
Titties and beer.
Titties
That
and
would
beer.
work.
That would work.
Titties and beer.
Yeah.
So,
Titties and beer.
If you pull about your wife and go, this is the before. If I can
Yes.
expect some Por Locos, I will show you the after. I'd be like,
Oh,
proceed.
oh God.
Come back
I
on
know we're
Tuesday.
joking around, but now I'm sitting here going, I should seriously look into this because she's got a friend that's getting them, and she's finding out how much they cost, and it's like if it's a big enough price, I mean, I was talking to my buddy about it, and he's like,
A big enough price?
if you're gonna do anything like that, why wouldn't you go to California where they've been doing it for years? I'm like,
Hey, you should get some work done too.
Smoke some of
should.
that shit over there.
Get some
I-
hair on that head.
How much is
Dude,
lipo?
yeah, get a boob job, dude.
That's what I was thinking. Wait, this nigga's gonna get a boob job
You
too?
like motorboat yourself, be like, hey everybody, it's Johnny White Trash.
Damn it, man.
Oh my God, that would be so fucking wrong and yet so
Okay.
hilarious.
I'm out. I'm gonna go.
All right.
We just gave him some for his spank bank. He's got.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go walking, but I'm gonna go find a dark corner in the woods and.
Yeah, Johnny with tits.
Hey, Palpatine,
no.
White Knight Skype again?
Yeah, later. I'm gonna go and eat, and my friend wants to play Extinction, so I'll play that for a bit.
Alright, dig it. Hit me up, man.
Alrighty.
Later.
Later. Oh, goddamn. It's good to fucking have you guys on the fucking show. Johnny's... This is like 2 podcasts in a row, it feels like.
Yeah, I know. Yours seem to be the only podcast I don't fall asleep during.
It's my second one, too.
Yeah, this is second for you as well. Holy shit.
In a
See,
row.
no sports. No sports.
No, see? That's why I'm here. If you started talking about football, I'd be like...
There's nothing to talk about.
I hate football too, so fuck it.
Man.
We're talking about basketball. I was playing NBA 2K.
Sports games.
No, you know what?
Everybody,
The best
everybody
one ever.
thinks that I should play the hockey game.
75% off the day. It's pretty straight.
ATP. Or TV. Double Dribble. Did you ever play that one? Nintendo?
Yeah, old school.
Double Dribble? Anybody?
Yeah,
Old
yeah,
school.
man.
Hell yeah,
Oh
man.
my god, dude.
Double
I used to
dribble,
always
all them
do the
fucking
Michael
games.
Jordan jump from the foul line and hold it, then let go, and then it goes to that animation of the dunk. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that, and what was it? Blades of Steel was another one for fucking
Yeah,
Nintendo for hockey.
The
Fucking
one
hockey,
I miss, and I think it was on Genesis. It was called VHL. It was the Violent Hockey League.
Robots
Is that
and
where you
shit?
just fight? Like the whole point was
Yeah,
to fight?
literally,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the whole point was like, I mean, yeah, you could score goals, but the whole point was to eliminate the other team, and
See,
it was
that's
3-on-3
like,
hockey, and
Like NHL hits, bro, like on PS2.
Yeah, I was gonna
and all that
say,
shit.
yeah,
that
I
shit's
remember-
awesome.
Because I remember like NFL Blitz. I remember that, and that was hilarious. And they made what was it, NHL Hits
Yeah,
was along the same lines of it.
basically just a hockey version of it. Yeah, just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
just
know what I
run
don't
through
think
the-
hockey ever got was, what was it with the robots playing baseball? Base Wars.
Oh,
Base
God.
Wars.
Base Wars.
We never really
Yeah.
got a hockey one. That would have been
Base
great.
Wars.
Did they do a basketball one?
You had like
I don't know.
mutant, dude. You had like the mutant football league or
I
something.
remember, I remember they did the frickin' NBA Jam. That was awesome.
Dude, the Xbox Live one, the what's on Xbox Live Arcade, fucking awesome. Fucking, you know.
Now that my
just-
Xbox is out of the bedroom, I might actually buy some video games.
Oh, snap.
Like, I couldn't buy shit because the Xbox was in the bedroom. I couldn't play shit because my wife was watching it until she passed out. And then she discovered that our TV, the USB drive on it, fucking works perfectly. So I can just put all the movies that she wants to fucking watch onto a fucking 64 gig fucking jump drive and
Yeah.
plug
Well,
it in.
that's what we
They're
do.
getting smarter now, though. My
Yeah.
surround sound still does the USB for bootlegs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We bought a new Blu-ray player, Samsung or whatever, and you plug it in. We started watching Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
2, whatever, and like
Was it a Sony Blu-ray?
no, now it's a Samsung. So it's the Samsung.
Oh.
My old one was a Samsung as well. That
See, I
one
have an
still does
LG.
the bootlegs. The new
See, I
one
have an-
stops it.
See,
It
I have an
knows
LG that does it no problem, and it's a new one.
Well, my PS3, depending on what I downloaded, what was it called?
It has a
Synapia?
lot of copy protection on it.
And
the
yeah, it was
PS3.
an audio watermark. Like I remember, I could not download a copy of Battle for Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I could not watch that on my PlayStation because it would go for like 20 minutes, and then the audio would just cut out, and there'd be a message on the screen says, "Yeah, you pirated this, so you can't watch it."
Yeah, my
There
Xbox would
was
do
a
that
few
occasionally.
movies that had
I
that.
can never get any movies to play on my Xbox or my PlayStation. Now it's
I don't know. Like see, usually I would play it on my tablet, and then you could transfer it over from the tablet onto
directly to the
directly to the
Okay,
Xbox. And that's how I was doing it. And the Xbox, every now and then on certain ones, just would not play it. It would skip the whole time, or it'd be real choppy, or this or that. And you'd have to watch it on the frickin' tablet. But if I put it onto a jump drive, it worked fine going into the Xbox. It made no sense. It was like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was pirated shit, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, it's just there's always problems here and there with shit like that.
yeah.
Shouldn't be pirated movies, nigga. But yeah, fuck? We don't even know the last time I bought a fucking movie. Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when was the last time?
I
Well, no,
actually
actually,
watched a movie to begin with. I'm not usually a movie person unless other people sit me down.
Fight Club.
Wait, Fight Club?
Yeah, but
Hey,
that was
hey! The second rule of Fight Club is you
There's
don't
no
talk
Fight Club.
about Fight Club.
The whole reason why I got Fight Club is because it was on Blu-ray, and that's the whole
Yeah.
reason why. Because
Fight Club is the first movie I've owned on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray.
Yep, same here.
I still Blu-ray at Walmart for like $5. I'm like, well, I think my DVD doesn't.
And we went all glitchy again.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool because like on each.
Robot Johnny.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now it's normal. It was weird.
Oh, okay. I'm like, everybody's being quiet. I get my chance to talk.
And as you're talking, it's like, okay, R2D2.
Wally.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but go ahead with what you were saying, man.
No, Fight Club. I thought it was cool. Like the VHS, it had a third warning. Or sorry, you probably don't get the two different languages warning. So it had,
Yeah,
it had
the
little
FBI
warning
warning going
Easter
in.
egg, right?
Custom.
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
an Easter egg warning,
Yeah.
basically. Because nobody usually reads that shit anyway when you get the little FBI warning in front of them.
Yeah. Well,
I
the
forget
thing
exactly what it said, but I knew it had. Yeah, it was different.
But the thing that blew my mind is I put in the Fight Club Blu-ray, and I don't think my DVD did this. But I pump in the Blu-ray, and all of a sudden it goes to the menu, and it's never been kissed. And I'm sitting there going like, what the fuck? It had the Fight Club graphic, and then it starts doing that, and then it's a picture of the condo, and I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers, you got me.
He was so pissed. He's like, I wanted to watch
Yeah,
the
you got me.
That has
What-
happened
what
though. The wrong shit has been put in on the wrong disc before
Yeah,
on
dude.
occasion. So
I've had that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was hilarious because here's Drew
Mass Effect 2
Barrymore.
or 3 got printed on some other disc for some shit
That,
like
like,
a year ago.
That Walmart freaking bin that, like, from hell. If you ever get any,
$3.99.
yeah, like, if you ever get any from the
$5
bottom,
bin.
pick up the case and shake it a little bit, because 9
Always.
times out of 10, you hear the disc.
Like,
Yeah.
you
don't
have to
want
do
that
that with
one.
every single one, though. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Movies now, you got to buy them cheap because I
Oh, hell
wouldn't
yeah.
pay $20 unless it's a Disney movie because it'll never be on fucking sale for less than $20
Yep.
ever.
Going back in the Disney vault, man.
Well, that's the one thing I own. Like, every Disney movie on Blu-ray now, I
Yes.
fucking ended up getting because
I
my
got the
daughter.
original Little Mermaid VHS.
For what they are, they're still good movies, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, dude, I love the Pixar movies. Like, my wife couldn't understand.
Finding Nemo, I held off forever because I kept waiting for it to come on sale, and I had like $10 in Best Buy bucks.
Oh god.
Another fucking
Well, you know how
coupon.
every kid finds that movie that they watch 200 times?
Charlotte's Web was mine when I
For
was a
my
kid.
daughter, it was Finding Nemo.
Yep.
Dude, that's still a good one, man. That's solid.
Oh hell yeah. I'll
Yeah,
put
the
it to-
first 50 times it wasn't bad.
Yeah, my daughter was just about every. At one point, dude, we had a Cat in the Hat DVD.
Oh, fuck that.
That, like, it was the
What, the
puppet cat.
cartoon or like that?
The new
shit? That was
cartoon?
the movie.
No, it wasn't the cartoon. It was
The
the
movie?
movie.
Like Robin Williams or whatever.
No,
no,
Martin
no.
Short. Was it Martin
No,
Short?
no, guys.
Oh.
Shush.
Shut the
was-
fuck up.
Shut the fuck up so I can tell you. It was the fucking puppet one.
The puppet one.
Yeah, where they actually played out, like, it was like live action with the puppets, where they actually played out the story. And it was like 20 of them on one fucking DVD. We got it from Walmart. And I remember my daughter, it was to the point where the old Xbox, dude, the second you turned it on, it would play whatever DVD was, like, whatever was in there immediately. And she would just turn the Xbox on, turn the TV on, and sit there for hours on end, and it automatically would loop. It would just play itself over and over and over again. And I remember it was so bad that there was actually scorch marks on the fucking DVD.
And
I'm
it
like,
still played.
no, it didn't. I was like, looks
Oh.
like we gotta freaking buy a new one. Chuck that in the trash, thank God. And then it was Finding Nemo, which I had like 9 different copies of at one point.
But it
because-
looks fantastic on Blu-ray, though.
Oh, hell yeah, it does, man. Now, like,
Dude, the textures? What?
yeah, well, see, now it's funny, like, the baby, she loves The Little Mermaid, she loves Finding Nemo, like, all the Disney stuff that, we got on Blu-ray, and it's just, the first time I sat down, I was like, damn, didn't look this good when I was a kid.
I know.
Like I'm sitting there watching
YouTube
funny.
TV and shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
can you guys
how
hear
did
me?
they lose all
Yeah.
that detail? Like, what
Yeah.
did they do?
Okay, because you guys keep cutting out, and I have no idea what we're talking about anymore. So I think my
Talking about
internet's
dildos
telling
now.
me I have to go eat food.
Probably. Go get something to eat, man.
All right, talk to you guys later.
No,
Later, dude.
Later, bro.
But yeah, dude, like I sat down with the baby and watched 6 hours of Disney movies the one day because I was just like, look at I'm like, wow, we lost that much from it just being on standard definition.
And that's what they did initially. Like, they were that detailed with their textures on everything, and it's like, so then did they put a washout filter when they released it in theaters and DVD? Like, because it did not look that good in the theater, you know what I mean? And now I'm watching, I'm just like, look at the texture on the turtle, on the sharks. I'm like, what the fuck? Where was that?
You know what sucks now, too, dude? Like, nowadays, if that movie's in 3D, they'll play the 3D copy in the theaters before they play the regular fucking copy and not give you the 3D glasses. So it comes up all fucking grainy and shit at times. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with this shit? Because I noticed that on a bunch of the fucking movies. Like, every time I've taken my wife to a certain movie that they've had in 3D, I'm like, this is 3D copy, where are the glasses? And we started bringing in our own glasses, and it was the 3D copy. Like, you would actually put the glasses on, you're like, holy shit, it looks completely different. I'm like, this is fucked up. I'm like,
I keep the glasses every time.
oh, hell
They
yeah,
charge
same
you
here.
for them. They charge you. That's what I don't get. They charge you. 3D movies are more expensive because they have to cover the price of the glasses, but then they ask you to give back the glasses, and so they can recycle them. It's like, well, then do you give me $3 back?
Let's say
No. I fucking keep them, dude. I have like sets for every movie and shit. I'm like, why am I going to give you my glasses back when I just paid for them?
If I'm paying extra, you had to pay for the price of the shit, man.
That's why the tickets are so expensive, because you're paying for the glasses, which they give you. And then you generously give it back, but you don't get any discount.
Yeah, it's getting craziness with like the price of movies nowadays, dude.
Matinees, AMCs are cheap.
See, I don't have an AMC around me. Everything's Regal.
Really? Oh, Regal Cinemas?
Yeah, dude. We have like the Regal. If you go to the matinee, it's
About $6.
it's about like $6.50.
That's not too bad.
Which isn't
that's
bad.
Yeah,
Because that's usually what my wife and I do. Like we'll do like
for a non-3D movie.
for a non-3D movie, we'll
Yes.
go and see the first showing that the first viewing that day.
With the least amount of people talking.
Yeah, like
pissing me the fuck off.
nobody's there. It's in the middle of the freaking week.
Mhm.
You know, she'll take off like if we want to do like a date, like we don't call it date night, call it date, afternoon date because
Oh yeah, dude.
because during the school year, the baby's in school, all the kids are in school, like the baby's at daycare, the kids are in school, so it's like quick, let's go watch a movie and then we'll go get lunch afterwards, and do it that way, and it ends up being cheaper than doing dinner in a movie.
Well, there's no babysitter because kids are in school.
One, there's no babysitter, but even if my mom watched the kids, it's still fucking cheaper just because you think about it, like you go in for lunch, you're not going in for dinner.
Yeah.
So the lunch prices are a lot fucking cheaper at some of these places. Like we got a killer fucking rib joint over here, dude. It's a steak place too. It's called Sioux City Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And if you go in for lunch, you can go in for lunch and you can get like a half rack of ribs and a pulled pork sandwich and like a third of a chicken for $8.
Oh, dude, you're making me fucking hungry, dude.
Dude, with like coleslaw and fucking and baked beans.
Well, fuck the beans, but yeah.
Yeah, fuck the
You
sides.
lost me
dude.
at beans. You lost me.
Fuck the sides, but it is what
Oh,
it is.
yeah,
But,
dude. That's like we would do it. I like see movies early. First showing because there's least amount of people, like in the morning on a weekday.
Especially.
Oh my god, yeah. Me and my wife would do that all the time. When we saw Knocked Up, there was I think 4 other people in the theater.
Yeah.
Awesome, because I get really annoyed very, very easy.
I hate fucking people, so usually when we did
Obviously.
get movie stuff, and
Go.
it was always like that time, like
Go tell
lunchtime.
I'm so no. Go tell her.
like when we went to see
Yeah,
Avengers.
I punched out. Go tell mom.
I'll punch you, nigga. Go tell mom. Wait, what?
Go tell mom, or I'm gonna get mad. Go. Tell her. Because I don't want to deal with it.
Because I don't want to deal with it. Alright, you want me to end this thing and we'll just sit in here and bullshit?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, dude.
Anyway.
Yeah, let me fucking
Yeah,
end
man,
this.
that's cool. I'm so